Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It is Shimso here. Welcome back to League of Legends today. Don't have a game for you today, but what I'm going to talk about is something that is a lot of people have been talking about in my comments. And when I showed my rune page that I'm using, this is the current rune page that I run on Singed. I run it for several reasons. One is because of the fact that it lets you level 1 proxy behind the tier 2 tower with ease, but that's not the only reason. A lot of people seem to be thinking that the only reason I run this page is for that. That's not actually true. I happen to just like this page the most. I just find it better than most of the options that Sorcery Primary gets you. I think since Airy got nerfed, it's not really, like... Basically, of all the games I played, I was only getting like 1,500 damage with Airy, like every game. And Arcane Comet I just cannot hit consistently on Singe. So this is what I like to play. I like to run Unsealed Spellbook. I like to take Ghost Teleport. I like to run this just for the Summoner spell cooldown. Now, even if you're a Flash Singe player, this helps you even more, because it reduces the cooldown of Flash significantly. It reduces the cooldown to Teleport. If you guys remember back in Season 5 how you could teleport to towers and it would get the reduced cooldown, or was that Season 4? I don't remember, but it's sort of like that again, but all the time. You know, if you get a couple kills in lane, you can swap to your teleport to Ignite and just keep farming the laner. During the late game, you can switch your teleport out to Cleanse if it's like, you know, 45 minutes and one team fight ends the game and you're not going to split push, you're going to stay with the team. You can get Cleanse against heavy CC comps and just be able to just power through all that CC. So, I like Unsealed Spellbook. But I'm not talking about that today. What I'm going to talk about is this Mastery slot right here. And this is the one that a bunch of people have disagree with me on. So I'm going to explain my reasoning for taking Magical Footwear over Futures Market. Now, I have tried both. Quite a bit. I tried plenty of games with Futures Market. I was originally running Futures Market instead of Boots, but then I switched for reasons that I'll explain here. So, Magical Footwear. You get free Slightly Magical Boots at 10 minutes, but you cannot buy boots before then. For each takedown, you acquire the boots 30 seconds sooner. Slightly Magical Boots give you an additional 10 movement speed and upgrade for 50 gold less. Futures Market. You can enter debt to buy items. The amount you can borrow increases over time. Lending fee is 50 gold, debt limit is 150 plus 5 a minute, and debt doesn't become available for until 2 minutes. So, these are the two things where everyone's like, hey, Chimso, why aren't you running Futures Market? Why aren't you running Futures Market? No, Chimso, you should be running Futures Market. This mastery is objectively better, which, by the way, I despise that mentality. I despise when people say, you know, two things that are very clearly, you could go either. Just say, no, this is 100% better. That's a very flawed way of looking at League of Legends, and a very flawed way of looking at Singed, who just has so many different ways which you can play him. Most of the top Singes in Korea are playing him full tank. No thanks. I'd rather play him... Yeah, I'd rather play him as an AP Bruiser. You know, Minish Cat 1's playing him AP Bruiser, is in Diamond 1. Singe 420 played him AP Bruiser. You got the Challenger. So there's so many things that can work on Singe. So they're saying like, no, you know, the tank Singe is the way to go. 100%. Look, all the Koreans are doing it. Well, it's like, okay, well, this person got the Challenger with the other Singe, and lots of people do really well with it. Just don't try and take that mentality with any champion, but especially with Singed. So, I'm going to explain my reasoning why I take Magical Footwear over Futures Market. Now, once again, I'd like to reiterate that I started with Futures Market. I originally went this Mastery, I'm like, yeah, this is great, because, you know, Singe goes back a lot early game in a lot of matchups. You go back, and, oh, you're like, fuck, I want to get the second Doran's Ring, but I've only got 350 gold, and I'm not going to wait. I've got to get back to lane. This is like, yeah, I can get that Doran's Ring, sure. You know, oh, God, I've only got 300 gold, but I want to upgrade to my Corrupting Potion. Ah, oh, damn it. Well, this, you can get that, which is great. But the thing that completely kills this Mastery for me is the lending fee. Lending fee, 50 gold. And I think, oh, Chimson, that's not much. I mean, 50 gold is like one health potion. You know, you can buy health potions in lane and you're fine, and that's all good. But the thing is, once again, this mastery is good because Singe goes back a lot in the early game. So you can, you know, complete little sets of items, and it's very, very good. And you can slowly keep his item. Yeah, he can keep the parity with the enemy laner and keep his items up if he's being denied farm. But at the same time, you have to remember that every time you do this, you're losing 50 gold. Okay, and I think, oh, once again, 50 gold, that's nothing, Chimsa, but it adds up. You know, I've had games where I've gone back, you know, 10, 15 times, and every time I've gone back, I've used this. Okay, that's 500, 700, 750 gold. That's a lot of gold, and it adds up. And yeah, sure, it's nice having those items, but at the same time, you know, it hurts. But it's not only that, because you might think, okay, Chimster, let's say you have a really bad laning phase and you have to go back like 6 times in the first 10 minutes or something. And, you lose 300 gold with this. Okay, yeah, that sucks, but that's not that bad. But it's not just that, okay? It's the opportunity cost of not running magical footwear as well, okay? You pay the opportunity cost by running Futures Market of not running magical footwear. And the thing with magical footwear is, this item is just like, I'm sorry, this mastery is just really gold efficient. It's insane because not only is it giving you something for free, but it's also giving you a better version of it that upgrades into the next boot upgrade for less. So magical footwear gives you a free boots of speed at 10 minutes, which by the way I thought would really suck. But I've just found it very easy to get used to. I do take celerity, so I do have like 10 bonus movement speed at the start of the game, which isn't that bad. It sort of makes up for it, but I don't really find myself needing boots, and I find that I can just buy like a Doran's ring or corrupting potion or just little parts of my Landry's, and it just still works out just fine. But yeah, so let's say, you have a game with Futures Market where you go back 6 times before 10 minutes, so you're 500 gold in the hole. And this is presuming that, the items you got didn't help you get a kill in lane, which is, one of the reasons, like, you might go back with that Doran's ring that you got with Futures Market, and that gets you a kill on the enemy later, and then that makes up for it. Okay, absolutely. I mean, that's why I say, I can see why people want to run this, and I'm not going to, like, diss anyone for running it, because you can absolutely take advantage of it. But let's presume that didn't happen. Let's just say he's had like a normal, boring Singe laning phase where you're getting harassed out of lane, you got to recall all the time, and you end up, running a, $300 of, lending fees. So you're $300 in the hole. But when 10 minutes hits, you're also another 300 gold in the hole because you have to buy your boots. So you have to buy boots for another 300 gold. You don't get them for free like you did with this mastery. You have to buy them. So now you're 600 gold in the hole. And not only that, but the boots you get upgrade for less. They cost 50 more gold to upgrade. So now you're 650 gold in the hole. And not only that, the boots you get don't give the 10 bonus movement speed that these boots give you. And I believe, like, what's the gold value for movement speed? I think, like, because, boots are 300, and they give 25 movement speed. So the gold value for 10 movement speed would be, like, 120, 130 or something? Around there? Let's just say 120. So, you're also 120 gold under. So, 300 plus 300 plus 50 plus 120. You're 770 gold in the hole at 10 minutes by taking Futures Market instead of Magical Footwear. Now, once again, maybe you only go back 4 times in laning phase and use Futures Market. Maybe you only go back 2 or 3. But you're still a little bit of gold in the hole every time. And at that point, if you're only going back, 1 or 2 times in the early game, because by the way, Futures Market is most useful in the early game. Sure, in the late game, you can use it to, finish off an item you wouldn't normally have gotten, but normally you can play around that. But it's mostly useful in the early game, where you're getting bullied out of lane, you have to go back at inconvenient times, it helps you get your items. But, at that point, if you're only using it 2 times in the early game, then, you might as well be running this. Because now you've used it twice, you're 100 gold in the hole, and you're 300 because you don't have this, and you're 120. So in the end, you're still like 500 gold in the hole. And that's why I really like this, because it's not just, oh, you get free boots. Even if you didn't use this at all, which would be completely useless, and you might as well take this. But even if this had no lending fee, you're still down 300 gold. You're still down 50 gold. You're still down almost 570 gold, 470 gold by not taking this. And taking this instead. And what you're getting with this is, like I said, a pretty good effect. But I don't know, I guess since I started playing Magic the Gathering, like, the way I look at League of Legends has changed a lot in the last year. And just the efficiency thing really gets me. And the gold efficiency here is significant taking this. Very significant. And that's why I take it. Now, once again, I'm not saying that this is bad. It's obviously not. You can use it and absolutely fucking, just get the items you need and be able to survive the laning phase. And it might prevent you from dying. And, that's not guaranteed. This is guaranteed. You're always going to get this at least 10 minutes, unless your inventory is full. You're always going to get this at least 10 minutes. Possibly sooner if you end up doing well in laning phase. In which case, you don't even need this because you're doing well in laning phase. You don't need that crutch. But obviously not all lanes are going to be like that. You're going to have difficult lanes. So yeah, that's the reason why I like to take magical footwear or futures market. I know this is like a 10-minute video explaining this, but, you know, a lot of people are talking about it, so I thought I'll just, you know, and this applies in general just to lots of champions. Like, you can, this is not a Singe thing, it's an every champion thing. This slightly magical boots is just so gold efficient. Okay, think about it, you know, you're getting your Leandry's 700 gold earlier. Okay, just like, think about it like that. If you're taking futures market or magical footwear, you're getting your Leandry's. Leandry's doesn't cost 3,000 gold; it costs 2,300. Or wait, no, Leandry's is 3,000, right? Well, whatever. It's 700 gold less. Think about it like that, and that's the reason why I like magical footwear, basically. But yeah, tell me your thoughts below. Yeah, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Consider supporting me on Patreon if you like my work. But apart from that, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Take care. I'll see you all next time, and when the new season drops, I will be making a beginning of season video with the runes that I'll be taking into ranked, and what my strategy is going to be. It's probably not going to change, but who knows what could happen. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Take care. See you all next time.